Doctor, are they in critical condition? It's much worse than that. They didn't watch this live on Twitch. Oh my god! Alright, I mean, this hand's not bad. I'll keep it. Turn 1, so Ken's up. Actually, I should probably lead off on the Hall, right? Strangle's a sorcery, but I don't think we need to turn 1 Fiery Impulse against Rakdos. I think we'd much rather opt, set up for Sprite Dragon on 2. Could have Stomp for the Sprite Dragon on 2, but that's fine. You want to take my opt? I doubt you want to take my opt. You probably take the Sprite Dragon. Like my only threat. Wow, you took my opt. Alright. I must have the Stomp on 2. That's what that means, right? Does this mean you've outgrown the prof cord? No, I'm still using the team prof cord as the Discord. I don't have the energy to manage another Discord at this point. But we knew that. Just let you integrate the emotes into profs? What do you mean by that? Are you talking about like the emotes that are uploaded in his server? Because I uploaded those since I'm a mod in his server. What do I want to do here? Definitely have to Fiery Impulse this. It's kind of awkward. Yeah, let's just strangle it instead. Oh, let's use your sub emotes. I see. I didn't know that. I just uploaded them manually, which is basically the same thing. Or is Affinity one? Sounds about right. This is Spell Mastery. If there are 2 or more instants and sorceries, deals 3 damage instead. I do have 2 instants and sorceries, so I could cast this with Spell Mastery on this. Just use my mana efficiently. Take the damage. Another Fiery Impulse. It's not good. But I think I just soak Ken's on. Send in. No shot of watching Reanimator. Urza Affinity has won the poll. So let's just cast Giganta, but I kind of want to just like murder both of these. That seems better than just like casting Giganta. Modern JAC. We can play Modern JAC sometime this week. There's so many decks to play. Not enough hours in the day. Alrighty. What do we got going on here? I did a subathon? Yeah. Maybe one day. Ledger Shredder. Not very good here. I'm just looking for basically like a treasure cruise at this point. I think I just cast Giganta. Not having a removal spell for this flip Fable is going to be a problem. Maybe I shouldn't have spent my removal so like leisurely on the Fable token. After the 365 do a subathon thing. I could do that. Dreadbore, Sag. Cycles the blood token. I'm gonna double block. They attack. Yeah, didn't think they'd attack. That was a good draw. Should do Ledger Shredder first. And then strangle the reflection. Make my Shredder bigger. Sure. Can't attack profitably anymore. Fatal push the Ledger Shredder. Goodbye, my bird son. Carry on my bird son. I could double block here, but I'm not going to. Double blocking doesn't seem all that productive, but imagine I have a Trespasser. And they do. Well, Treasure Cruise is always a draw I could have. But instead I get a Lava Glide pathway. Which is pretty problematic. I don't have enough mana to animate the Hall either. I'm stuck at 5. Now this thing has a 4/4 ward that eats 2 things, gains 2 life, drains me for 2. I don't know how I beat that. I really need a Treasure Cruise. Stomp one of them. That's not a Treasure Cruise, so we're pretty dead here. Not much I can do about that. Yeah, T-Cruise wasn't coming either. Could have animated the Hall. I don't know how long that keeps me alive either. I only want some number of hearses in this matchup. Give me the hearse. I need the hearses. Mystical Disputes are okay, but not amazing. I don't think I bring them in. Aether Gust does seem pretty good, though. We want Disdainful Stroke. But I feel like this is for the ramp matchup and the mono green matchup and not what we want here. I think I bring in 2 Hearse, 2 Gust, and cut. So I like Spell Pierces. I think the Impulses maybe can go down a little bit. What else do we want to cut? Maybe just like 2 Strangles also. The removal's not very good against them. It can be. But I'm just looking for like card advantage and threats. There'll be times where the removal's clutch. This hand has no lands. Yeah, we can keep this. Just put back Island. Thought I fixed the basics. Did I not fix the basics? Also, apparently didn't fix the Delvers. This is not the cool Delver. Where do you go to go? Turn 1 Delver, turn 2 Ledger Shredder, which is something. Alright, pass the turn. Go ahead. Nope. Don't want to reveal the Hall of Storm Giants, but I will play it, and I will play Ledger Shredder and send in for 1. Get him, Delver. Kill him. Put him in the dirt. No, my Ledger Shredder. Don't kill my Delver. The rest. Don't take my Consider. You took my Consider. Can't believe it. What's the card? Spell Pierce? Sure. Reveal my interaction. That only works if it's hidden. You like the OG one? I really like the From the Vault one. I think it's From the Vault. Trespasser. Pretty brutal. I can't imagine this is like a good matchup. It's not without Treasure Cruises. Or maybe Iteration's what made this matchup like decent. Without Iteration, it's just like, aw. Aw, I have nothing. The rest, well, gotta Spell Pierce that. You can't look at my hand. Basically just to deny information. Consider Delver. I like this Delver. This is the best Delver. Unfortunately, I really like a Delver in this spot. But if I bin it, then they get to like do a bunch of shenanigans with Graveyard Trespasser. So part of me wants to keep it, but I think it's just too late for Delver, so I need to bin it. Hearse. Hearse doesn't do a whole lot here either. Maybe it was wrong to cut on the 1-mana removal against them. Now I'm just dying to like Trespasser. Which could be handled with like a Strangle and an additional card. But Trespasser's kind of crazy. Trespasser kind of good. Maybe just a little bit. Chandra minus. Plus. Alright. I don't care about my Delver. They might kill it with the Blood Tithe Harvester, but I feel like minusing the Chandra is just better. Versing my own graveyard, that might have been good. Now that I think about it. But at the same time, my best draw is by far just like Treasure Cruise. I just have to play Giganta.
I summon Pot of Greed to draw 3 additional cards from my deck.
Yeah, exactly. That's my best draw. Pot of Greed. Need more Pot of Greed in my graveyard. I will hearse whatever they target, I guess. How do I ever stick a threat? And they're adding mana, so they have more stuff to do. Put me in the dirt. Jesus. I don't feel like I ever had a chance this game. Or this match, regardless. Well, prepare for my Delver on 1. See, this is like a good hand. This is the hand I was looking for. Give me a Delver. Give me some like cheap interaction, or not cheap interaction, cheap like filtering, and then give me a Treasure Cruise. It's like the only type of hand I want to draw with this deck. They have kept 7, I will keep 7. Your 7, my 7, our 7. Oh, it's red-black again. I can never win. Alright, let's see if this goes better now that we have Treasure Cruise. I'm not super optimistic since they're on the play, but maybe it goes a little bit better when we have 2 copies of Treasure Cruise. Stomps my Delver. Another Delver. Definitely just gonna play that and jam either opt or consider. Probably consider because it just fills my graveyard a little bit better. Haunted Ridge. That's a sick Haunted Ridge. Just casting a Bone Crusher, sure.
It's triple, quadruple.
Put that in the bin.
No, it's
Bing bong.
Not reveal the Sprite Dragon, but I will keep the Sprite Dragon. Play it, opt. Find Lofty Denial, sure. That's fine. Can't attack with the Delver. I have the Eye Tyrant Asylum Visitor. Alright. Asylum Visitor is interesting. Would like to flip with Chart, of course. Draw a card, lose 1 life. Could Chart to draw 2. I don't really want to discard 1, but I think I will send in both. Maybe I do want to discard 1. Because that grows the Sprite Dragon ahead of time. Yeah, let's draw 2, discard 1. Could probably bin a Treasure Cruise here. Yeah, let's bin a T-Cruise. Place Steam Vents untapped. Just have Counterspell up. Attack for 6. We're tempoing them pretty hard, but they have a very, very nice clock on the crackback. Swinging back for 7. We're on a 2-turn clock. If they animate Den of the Bugbear, we're in even more trouble. Maybe we should just Treasure Cruise. Or play second Sprite Dragon on defense. Now let's just leave a Lofty Denial. Who knows when this is going to be relevant. Maybe they play like a Chandra. Now we 3-2'd with that green-white deck. It was interesting. It was really good against spirits. And really bad against decks packed full of removal. Which is to be expected. I don't think it can keep up with like Green Devotion either. The Green Devotion deck's just going to run him over. Attack me for 7. I go to 7. Play something big. Get it countered. Counter my Sprite Dragon. This means Treasure Cruise is only 1 mana. If I pre-combat Sprite Dragon, Strangle's really good. I think I pre-combat Sprite Dragon, Treasure Cruise, then go from there. What could I hit that kills them? Does Fiery Impulse go face? I think this is lethal regardless. Pay the land. If I hit a 1 mana cantrip especially. Oh yeah, this is super lethal. Sprite Dragon's super strong, but it doesn't seem like the opponent had very much like interaction with us. I don't even know if it's worth it to bring in Hearses. I feel like we can beat a Croxa anyways. So maybe I don't bring in Hearses, and instead I bring in like Ether Gusts just as a 3 of. Yeah, we could try something like that. I like the 1 mana removal, I think, after playing the matchup 1 time. This main deck is just like so perfect. It's like 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. 3 Spell Pierce, 4 of everything else, 2 Charter Course. I could cut Charter Course. I think it's probably the weakest out of everything. Just trim a Lofty Denial, because I'm not going to have many threats that stick around either. Let's make those cuts. That should be fine. I think Gust is meh against them. I don't know what to bring in against them then. Are we just not sideboarding at all? Because that's like the other option, right? Just don't sideboard at all. Alright, I could try just not sideboarding at all. Just revert the changes in game 3 if it goes to a game 3. Shuffle up the same 75, or same 60. Alright, it's not bad, but it lacks like early pressure, but it's probably fine. They're on the mulligan, maybe we can get them with the Aether Gust on like a Chandra or something. think the card I'm most scared of in this matchup is Kalidas. Thank you, Mr. Rabe, and thanks for sticking around. Hope you have a good one. Ledger Shredder Go, the most powerful Plane Pioneer. Voldaren Estate, this is vampires. Fascinating. Color me intrigued. Alright, I'll let you know. I think we're gonna get to JAC sometime, maybe during the week or next week. At this rate, I don't know how many more leagues we're gonna have time for. About 2 hours left. A little over 2 hours left. Blink Fear's interesting. I could spin this Fable back on top. I don't think it was worth it though. It was a consideration, but if they play Chandra here, I'd rather die to Soren instead. Alright. Minus. Just a plus. I might spin back this Fable. That's a lot of treasure cruises. So if I spin back this Fable, I could go Strangle here, spin the Fable back, and then trigger Connive, bin a treasure cruise, kill the Soren, have Spell Pierce back up. Put it on top and they don't have a land drop, then I get to Spell Pierce it. And they put it on top, which is obviously quite a bit of value for them, but I think that's okay still. 1, 2, 3, Fable again. Shandi. This treasure cruise is 3 mana right now. We'll pay it. Consider does trigger Connive. I can also play Delver this turn. Maybe I just play Delver first and then just play tap land. Yeah, let's play Delver, figure out what we're doing here. Let's spin this, play tap land. Send in for 2. Maybe the Delver flips naturally. Maybe, just maybe. Maybe the Delver dies naturally by getting stepped on by a giant fucking Bone Crusher giant. You old giant, huh? It's just like a really big giant. A little bit of Shredder. Consider bin a T Cruise and a land. And then just Treasure Cruise. In the opt as well. 1 mana Ancestral, very, very fair. And balanced, and Treasure Cruise. Alright, hit a Strangle that. Play Otawara. Play Delver. Just all sorts of fair magic going on right now. Opponent's got absolutely nothing in hand. They have 1 look at something good, 2 if they use the Fable activation, and they do not. So it must mean they draw something. They drew something like reasonable. Dreadbore's pretty reasonable. In the land ASAP, flip the Delver. Lofty, flip the Delver. We'll have a handful of counter spells, so can pretty comfortably pass the turn here. Reflection I can deal with Aether Gust. Am I going to? Maybe not right now. Animate's Den. That one's going back on top of your deck. See you later. Alright, they scoop up the match. We had a much, much better time against that black-red deck, but I think it's because of it was the fact. Delver. Yeah, I mean, it's a 1-lander. We're on the draw. It's got high upside if we draw a second land, but how punishing is 1-landers in this format? Probably pretty punishing. I'll just send it. This is way better. Much better. Fiery Impulse my Delver. That was my Delver. Looks like it's the mirror match here. Could just run out the Sprite Dragon. Yeah, that seems like the best thing to do. Could just get murdered by like another Fiery Impulse. I'm gonna consider. Dig Through Time must be Phoenix then. Actually, what plays Dig Through Time? Is it not Phoenix? I'll leave up Lofty Denial. How long is the song gonna loop? I don't think it's actually looping. Is it? We can switch music though and go back to Wind Waker. Cycles the Sensor. What's up, Blank Sep? Welcome back. Alright, place another land. That song was looping. Then I'm either like too deep into the stream to notice, or it was kind of an impressive loop. Been a land. I don't think I need a land. So Kenzon, sure. Could like, you know, Fiery Impulse both of those. I don't think it's worth it. Maybe it is though. Just to get some counters on Sprite Dragon. We'll see what they do here though. I'm pretty sure this is just the dedicated blue-red control deck. Oh. I think I just impulse both of these. That's better than countering it. I'm gonna wait until next turn to play Treasure Cruise. Must be the Magma Opus deck again. 1, 2, Dig Through Time. Let's Lofty Denial that. Well, now we're just super far ahead, I feel. Oh yeah, even that is a draw. Super far ahead. Spike deck beating another Spike deck. Spike's like one of the few people that's actually innovated in Pioneer, so I'm not too surprised. Not many people have been trying to like innovate super hard in Pioneer. Moto's definitely feeling the 9 hours of streaming right now. Look at how laggy this is. Holy shit. Alright, I'm gonna give Moto a restart. Give me 1 second here. Hide event. Magic Online needs its daily dose of restarts. Without the proper amount of restarts, Magic Online needs a new hamster to run in the wheel. And we're back. Hello. Maybe we're back. Partially back. We're back. Alright. Blue, red, Magma Opus. Disdainful Stroke, Mystical Dispute. Aether Gust could be good, but I don't think it's good enough. We could have hers. Hers doesn't seem so bad. We'll bring in 2 hers. And I think we mostly want to cut these strangles. Probably 2 Fiery Impulse. I could see a couple being relevant, but maybe not. Maybe just cut all of them. I don't know what kind of creatures they have, but I don't imagine it's that many. Sure. I have mono 1-mana interaction, so let's keep it. Then I can always hit my second land with Nopt. Don't think it should be too hard to get second land with Nopt. Apparently it's too hard to hit second land with Nopt. I don't think this was that greedy. On the draw with Nopt. Maybe it was though. Looks like we're going to game 3. I didn't even think about Shark Typhoon. Forgot that they run that card. Yeah, definitely going to game 3 now. Shouldn't have attacked in that Shark Typhoon. All. Well, at least that's a land. Maybe this is a reason to keep in some number of like stubborn denials. Or not stubborn denials, Fiery Impulse. That's the 1 mana card I was thinking of. Fiery Impulse. Kill sharks. Oh, we flipped a Delver. We did it. We did it. Attack you for 3. I have another Shark Typhoon. I'll be a little bit sad. I was getting Spell Piercing the next week. Maybe we're not going to game 3 after all. They seem to be like not doing a whole lot over there. There's a chance we just pull ahead randomly. They creativity, we can Spell Pierce it. If they do something that's 5 mana, we can Mystical Dispute it. Either way, I need to find my 3rd land. You're not a 3rd land. You're also not a 3rd land. Oh. 18 cards deep, only 2 lands. Probably have to just bin one of these more expensive counter spells. Maybe just bin a Treasure Cruise. Just pass the turn. Die to the impending Torrential Gearhulk that's coming down next turn. TTT. Finds land, Torrential Gearhulk. Maybe we should have just like jammed hers this turn. Just cycling a Magma Opus. They must have creativity. Yeah, we're dead. Can't beat that. That seems unbeatable. I still don't think we want like Fiery Impulse. We'll be fine. We just need to hit lands. A little bit of lands goes a long way. I'll keep this. Go ahead. Double Ledger Shredder. Play 1 past the turn. Mystical Dispute. That's so rude. Well, could always go 2nd Ledger Shredder. I think that's better than Sprite Dragon. If I want to kill it, we'll Spell Pierce to get a Connive. Be in one of these lands. Now we have too many lands. Can't be countered. Rough. Really good answers to Ledger Shredder out of the opponent. Kind of tempoing me out super hard. Aether Gust. I'll Spell Pierce that. I need to get something to stick here. If I can't get any pressure to stick, I'm just going to lose this game in the long run to Torrential Gearhulk and friends. The Magmatized Torrential Gearhulk squad. I need to be careful about attacking. Put this on the bottom. Dig Through Time. That's very, very good for them. They're going to refill. I have a lot of potentially good top decks. I don't think that the Dragon was one of them. I will buy Gigantha. A Treasure Cruise would be nice, though. Sign me up for one of those. Where the T Cruise squad at? Ancestral for anyone? Prismari command, draw 2, discard 2, make a treasure token. Oof. Fable. Okay. Treasure Cruise? I'll take a Lofty Denial. That works too. It's no T Cruise though. I can't even play Gigantha if I want to hold a Lofty Denial. But I think I have to hold up the Denial here. Take a bunch of damage. First is really good. Can eat Magma Opus, Dig Through Time. I can just do it now. I feel like we're supposed to be playing face up by not shocking the previous turns, not playing Gigantha this turn. Maybe. But we already like revealed that, right? We revealed the Lofty Denial, so it's kind of hard not to play face up to a degree. But I see what you're saying. Alright, well, get to send in. First these 2 away. Play Gigantha. Pass the turn. Looks like they're flooding pretty badly. Treasure Cruise. I don't really want a Ledger Shredder at this point. Much rather just opt into like Treasure Cruise. Attacking with Gigant is kind of pointless because they just pay one, copy this. So let's just attack with Delver. In. Draw 2 cards. Ooh. Alright. Pass the turn. I'm just gonna block. They could have Strangle, but that's fine. I feel like they'd strangle the Delver if they had it. I think Binning. Ooh, Treasure Cruise. Ancestral. Sprite Dragon. Land. I think I just cast this now. Charter Course. Probably just dropping the Spell Pierce at this point. I had to check something. This hand's really good if we draw a second land and we have an opt. I'm gonna keep these one land opt hands until they stop working. The moment I get punished for keeping one of these, you already know I'm never keeping one again. But until then, snap keep, black red. Okay, so we have some really good cards in our hand, topping that land, of course. Another opt is quite good. Pass the turn, see what they do. We have no interaction here at sorcery speed. Or at sorcery speed. Alright. That's probably gonna meet a strangle. We need another land. Oh, the stream's been good. Stream's been good, Dilly. Still going strong. I need to kill this right now. See if something -2/-2, is that right? So I could just play Ledger Shredder into it. It doesn't feel amazing. Especially if they have something on 3 like a Trespasser. I'd probably want to counter it. I could have a Fable. I think I strangle this and just like leave up Spell Pierce. In case they have a Fable, I can just Spell Pierce the Fable. We're exploring some Pioneer at the moment. Trying Spike's Delver deck, and it's pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. Fable, Sorin. Spell Pierce. So this is Black-Red Vampires again. Is Vampires the flavor of the day? Played against it twice already. I hear Treasure Cruise is a good piece of cardboard. Maybe just a little bit. Maybe just a little. Thank you. Opponent said, congrats on making partner. Can't really do much here. I think I'm just gonna pass. Shock and pass. Represent some counter. Could have Treasure Cruised for the full 8. I don't know how productive that is though. Maybe leaving up like a Mana Tithe plus a Spell Pierce isn't so bad. Kalitis. Can't have that sticking around. 2 mana Mana Tithe. Magic. Sometimes you get him with a Mana Tithe. Fiery Impulse, I would really like that one on top. Impulse that T-Cruise. Leave up Spell Pierce again. You can look at my hand. It's not that good. Probably taking the second Treasure Cruise if I had to guess. That makes sense. Xander. Whoa. Lord Xander has arrived. Ledger Shredder isn't bad either. I think I play this land. Play Ledger Shredder. Play Sprite Dragon. Let's get rid of the Spell Pierce. Might seem weird, but these are better in the later game. Whereas Spell Pierce is starting to fall off already. Anything I care about in terms of non-creature spells is 3 mana, like Sorin. Here comes Xander. Oh, it's Olivia. Doesn't Olivia reanimate Xander? Yeah. Reanimate Xander. I gotta lose half my hand, half my library, or some shit like that. Discard a card. Discard the Strangle. Dilly. Thank you for the gifted sub. What does this do when it dies? Alright. Suchi, welcome to the Hooded Gang. And Dilly, thank you so much. As always. I need something to kill this Olivia. Well, I've been the Strangle and I got incredibly punished for it. Could Fiery Impulse. I shouldn't have been the Strangle, apparently. This doesn't target Planeswalkers. I was thinking it was just like a Strangle. Well, I'm probably dead now. Although I could block. Is Kalitas a vampire? So they're gonna get back. So brutal. We're gonna get back Kalitas tapped and attacking. Alright, gotta pass the turn. Can they just kill me? I can go to combat, Olivia attack, super over. And they can just attack, get Kalitas back. I gotta block 2, go to 1, and then they can plus Soren and kill me that way. Target creature that's white or blue. Well, white or blue is not Olivia colors. So definitely don't want that one. I can see Disdainful Stroke coming in. Aether Gust. Curse, maybe, but probably not. I think these are fine. So let's get rid of some Spell Pierces. They seem somewhat anemic. 2 Charter Courses can go as well. Let's try this. Maybe Aether Gust is just bad. But it does hit Olivia and Xander. But Xander kind of does his damage when he comes in. He only made me discard like 1 card, I guess, which isn't that bad. I can see turn 3 Xander being problematic. I'm supposed to bring in 2 Spell Pierces still. 2 Fire Impulses. Asian Steak Sammys. Ooh, that sounds so good. I'm getting kind of hungry. Getting a little hungry. Sheesh. 1 lander without an opt, I think, is a mulligan. This hand looks way better. I think I put back maybe just a land here. Yeah, I should put back a land. Sand is pretty aggressive. The Disdainful Strokes aren't good, but they do run Chandra also. I can see Disdainful Stroke being the thing to put back. But I also see a world where this goes long enough to the point where they can hardcast Olivia. That's really annoying. Thanks, Clark. Have a good night. And maybe I'll see you on tomorrow, if you're so punctual. As punctual as you are. Have a good one. First is gonna eat my Delver, so I'm never gonna really be able to treasure cruise this game. It's kind of crazy how much like worse Ledger Shredder is in this format. Format full of Fatal Pushes instead of like Unholy Heats really makes Ledger Shredder a worse card. I could buy Gigantha. Yeah, let's buy Gigantha. Should be fine. It'll be fine. But Gigantha's way more reasonable in this format. I grows up and rocks a goatee, say less. Xander, huh? That's pretty brutal. I don't know how I'm gonna kill this Xander. I'll hold this Sokens on. Not sure if it's gonna be relevant. Probably won't be relevant. Might be time to scoop it up here. This is just like way too hard to beat. It's such good early interaction. 3 copies of Fatal Push against my like 2 copies of, I guess, Underhearse. Against my 2 copies of Ledger Shredder. Lined up very, very well for them. Could have kept Gigantha in my hand, but even Gigantha is just dwarfed in comparison to the Hearse and Lord Xander. Oh, it's got Death Touch, Lifelink. Yeah, I can never win this. I'll keep this. This isn't so bad. You'll never start an Aspiring Spike clip of the week. Hey, demonic tutors, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome. Everybody from Ed's chat. How was the vintage? It's past your bedtime. I know it is. If I stay up any later, I'm gonna get grumpy. It's not worth it. Burnt, thank you so much for the resub and welcome back to the Hoodie Gang for the second month in a row. Thank you so much. What did I just fucking reveal? I'm like not paying attention. Riverglide Pathway. No, I don't think I'll reveal that. How'd the paradoxical outcoming go? Vintage Master starting in 41 minutes. I mean, you want to hop on the stream and build a pool? So we could do that. We can make that happen. I don't want to play here. I just play this. When you think about it, a 12-hour stream is a lot like a 15-hour stream. It kind of is. Almost identical. Why am I up so late? Why do you guys think I fall asleep at like 4 p.m.? I mean, it's true, I am tired. But we're still going strong. Let's not get that twisted. We're still out here doing the dang thing. You and PT follow similar schedules, sleep whenever. No, I won't reveal that one. That is very true. DT is only awake for like 30 minutes a day. Spends the rest of his days asleep with the bees. It used to be the birds and the bees, now it's the sleep and the bees. Well, this would be going way better if I just like stop drawing lands. How do you have so many Kumanos? That's like Kumano number fucking 400. It's the attack of the 1/1s. 12 hours of drawing lands. I have flooded a lot today, I will say. More than normal for sure. A breakfast hour with PT and Dingo. Yeah, I've been going for quite a long time. This chart here. That's a lot of lands. I guess I'm just playing this in passing. There's nothing I can do. That is a hell of a lot of lands. Now they have a 2/2 haster. Another Swifty. Enters the battlefield with +1/+1 counter. You're kind of like, you know, those DJs that you listen to on your way to work to get the news and the crude jokes out before you have to go into the office. That's fair. I'll accept my place in society. I won't accept drawing this many lands, though. Ah, I drew another one. Okay, against mono red, I think Aether Gust is the card we were looking for here. Everything else seems atrocious. Out of the main deck, maybe 2 Charter Course could be the cut. I could see a Lofty Denial being a cut also. Or maybe Lofty Denial is like too good. I think we for sure want like all the removal, the Fiery Impulses, the Strangles. I do think Lofty Denial is like a pretty good replacement for Expressive Iteration in this deck. Obviously, it's nowhere near as powerful as Expressive Iteration, but it does give the deck a whole new tempo aspect. So in a way, it's better. Oh, MP. Dingo and the butt. Thank you for the 100 bits, MP. Much appreciated. Steam Vents. No. I will not flip my Delver off of Steam Vents, but I will play 2 more Delvers. 1, 1, 2. Playing some number of the dual face cards or dual face lands help to flip the Delver? Maybe. What are the good ones in this format, like Spikefield Hazard and Valakut Awakening?
It's triple, quadruple.
Maybe one of those is good.
No, it's
Bing bong.
Dilly. Coming in with the 2 subs. Dilly, thank you so much. That puts you at 50, which means that this Aya is about to get a goatee right here. Did I just say always no? Turn off auto yields? I think I hit always no by accident. Nope. Why don't you flip? Oh, MP. Why don't you ever flip when I need you to flip? MP, thank you for the gifted sub as well.
It's triple, quadruple. No, it's
Bing bong.
Sup, Mario? AMPH, Dr. Trunks, and Port. Welcome to the Hoodie Gang. I think not. Welcome to the Hoodie Gang. And guys, thank you for the gifted subs. I appreciate it greatly. Branding volley on my ledger shredder. Alright, Delver. Can you flip now? Can you flip? Oh, I don't think I uploaded this one, but I can give you the link. Rotom? One of the two. I had the link and now I lost the link. This is the worst. Yeah, let me upload it. Just give me a sec. Go into Cardboard Live and upload it. Spike Field Hazard by Delver. Delver's dead. I really need Spell Mastery, but that's just like not gonna happen. It's just kind of sad. I might just have to kill this thing. Yeah. I don't think Spell Mastery is gonna be happening this game.
Bing bong.
At least for a little bit. Alright, blue, red, Delver. Shredder. Upload. Import. Hour of Bing Bong. How would Hour of Bing Bong even work? Flip Delver? Hey, we did it. We flipped a Delver. Well, I guess we can clock him somewhat.
Bing bong.
I upload the deck. No.
Bing bong. Bing bong. Bing bong. Bing bong.
I did.
Bing bong. Bing bong.
Blue red Delver Shredder. Alright. Update. Deck should be up there now. Beat the hype trade. No. Bing Bong is not going to 1 point. The Bing Bong will go to 1 point on Bing Bong Bismuth. And that is it. Skewering a Delver. Gonna have to deny you of that one. Now they're gonna die to their own Eidolon. Let's try to do the Hour of Big Bong on my own. Am I gonna remove Bing Bong like PT did with IAA? It remains to be seen. I think our configuration's still fine.
Bing bong.
Oh, did you VIP? Oh, you did VIP? I didn't see that. Sam
Bing
GG.
bong. Bing bong. Bing bong. Bing bong.
Did I get that right?
Bing
I got that
bong.
right.
Bing bong. Bing bong. Bing bong. Bing
I gotta
bong.
crack some chests too.
Bing bong.
Alright.
Bing bong. Bing bong. Bing bong. Bing bong. Bing bong.
1, 2 Sulfur Falls. That's decent.
Bing bong.
3,
Bing bong.
4, and a 5. Those were some awful chests. Everybody asked, what's the dog doing? And nobody asked, how is the dog doing? I think this is like an okay hand on the draw. Yeah, those are some pretty awful chests. You already know I'm keeping this greedy one-lander. It's got 2 Aether Gusts in it. I'm so punished. So rightfully punished. Don't worry, we'll hit a land. Not even worried. I'm incredibly worried. Well, glass half full, we flipped the Delver. See, Demonic Tutors has been teaching me this thing about glass half full. He keeps saying if you look on the bright side of things, nothing will ever go wrong. So glass half full, we get to kill the Eidolon and flip the Delver. How do we lose now? Every silver lining has a touch of gray. We lost our Delver, everything's going horribly, we are so dead, there's no way we can ever win this. Demonic Tutors taught me nothing. Alright, this needs to hit a land, otherwise I cannot win. This is not the land I wanted, I should have been more specific. Everything is in shambles. Bad, having a Spell Priest would have been sweet. Oh man, an Eidolon. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. See, we ripped the third land. Now we just have to, like, kill this Eidolon and then play Ledger Shredder, maybe. Everything's fine. Sad I couldn't get the Connive, but I don't think a Connive is worth 2 life. Another Eidolon. We need more Eidolon. Realize it's Pioneer. Yeah, it's Pioneer. Well, this is the part where I pass the turn. Fresh out of 1 mana removal spells because they've had triple Eidolon. I could gust this to the top of their deck and have them recast it, but that seems really awful, so I'm just gonna let it happen. To be fair, pretty much anything I do this turn is pretty awful. Spin the Eidolon back to the top. That's what we needed. We needed the 3rd treasure cruise. Now we'll win this game. Oh boy. On the bright side, we have 3 ancestrals. On the not so bright side, we have 3 uncastable ancestrals. MTGO treasure cruise is so good. Can you not attack with both? Stop calling my bluff. I have nothing. God, perfect. Delver. Ah, perfect. Shockland. I'm just casting a Delver here. Goodbye, Treasure Cruise. Chances of winning this game going down dramatically with each passing second. That's fine. Eidolon, you're only making me stronger. Because don't worry, bros. We can connive. How do you beat a 3-5? Swings with everything. What did it cost? Everything. And you discarded your 2 8-mana cards. I can't believe it. So if we kill Eidolon, we die to Ramunap runes. If we don't kill Eidolon, we die to combat damage. I like the pickle. I like the shock and not play the saga. They're afraid. There's just no way we can win this. Maybe they forget about their Ramunap runes. I like spell piercing our own opt. Maybe we can opt into something that says gain 2 life. Quite the conundrum. Bottom that. Draw Fiery Impulse. That's the turn. Shockland. They don't know they have Ramunap runes. Don't tell them. Yes. Yes, cast these spells that don't matter instead. I should have played one of these tapped. 2 damage to any target? You're targeting me? Why'd you do that? You hate me? Is that why you're targeting me? Well, that went pretty abysmally.
Have you
Bing
peeked?
bong, bing bong, bing bing bong.
Have you peeked?
You're a third-rate duelist.
I can't take it anymore!